What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and today we're going to be going over the Superstar Shakeup that occurred this week over Raw and SmackDown. That's why I didn't do separate reviews, on top of the fact that I was being lazy, and I had stuff to do, and I had company over, and things were happening, and it was just like, oh, my life is jump starting really fast, and I wasn't prepared for this, like, type stuff, so excuse me, but hopefully I'll get back to more videos a week pretty soon. And I still have this horrible mic, so I am sorry about that as well. You can just look at it. It's a Dynex mic. You just see the little long stem. It's like something the old people use, like in those movies, like we need such and such to this aisle for such and such. You know. Anyways, Superstar Shakeup this week. A lot of big moves happened. Like kind of expected moves. I didn't do like a prediction or anything video for this shakeup because I didn't think it was necessary, because anybody that doesn't have a belt is pretty much going to switch brands, with the exception of Dean and Kevin Owens, because those belts aren't show exclusive colors. Like the tag team belts are red, the women's belt is red, the Universal Championship is red, the WWE Championship is more flexible, and it has that blue background on it now. The women's title is blue, tag team titles are blue, you know what I'm saying? So that was normal, and it's just, I don't know, the US title was on SmackDown before the split, a long time ago. You know what I'm trying to say, during the first split or second split, whichever one it was, the US title was on SmackDown, so it's back on SmackDown. I just think it looks better on SmackDown, and the IC belt looks better on Raw. Maybe that's just because how I knew it back then, but either way, it just, everything feels right as far as what actually took place. The Miz and Maurice are on Raw, along with Bray Wyatt, Kurt Hawkins, Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, who else? Apollo Crews, Kalisto, I said Bray Wyatt, right? Bray Wyatt, I think that was it. I said Dean Ambrose, so they split up Dean and what's her face, and we'll get to talking smack, but let's see. And SmackDown got Charlotte, Tamina, Rusev, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, the Shining Stars, the New Day, Rusev, Lana. I said that, but they're separate for some reason. So are they letting Lana wrestle? Is this Lana Lena, or I thought it was Kelly at first. I'm like, oh, Kelly. It kind of marked out a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's Lana, and I didn't think about it just because it felt like, oh yeah, the whole script tease gimmick. They said she was coming back. I was like, and why are they, splitting up Rusev and Lana? And why is she not the Ravishing Russian? So, there's so many things, so many questions. Oh, Byron Saxton is also on SmackDown as well. Now, that may not seem like the biggest deal, but with this whole situation with JBL and Mauro Ranallo going on, Otunga was just dead anyways. Like, he would just say like 2 or 3 flatliners, like, yeah, that was a high impact move, or is he gonna make the tag, or can he really do it, or something else that I don't really care about. So it's just like, Otunga need to be getting out here, and I just see WWE teases temporary replacement for Otunga. Why temporary? According to WWE.com, David Otunga won't be joining the Raw team for 6 weeks due to current movie projects. Yes, just keep him off TV. The side tease someone else will be there. Why just leave it at Corey Graves and Michael Cole? I would be fine with that. I would really be fine with that. So, as far as all the moves for the Superstar Shakeup, they were all warranted. If you haven't noticed, NXT makes the characters, SmackDown gets the characters over, and Raw is just there to be, the brand to promote the rest of the company. Because in reality, it would be NXT makes them. SmackDown gets some more developed and ready for the live audiences for Raw, and Raw is where they go to die. Because that's how it feels right now. But yeah, my favorite moves were, como se dice, I don't know. I really wanted The Miz to stay on SmackDown just because he could have been a top heel and maybe we could have got one more Miz WWE Championship run. You know, Miz stand for life. So I don't know why I did the whole chest. Anyways, and what else did I like? Baron Corbin stayed. AJ Styles stayed. Shinsuke Nakamura is on SmackDown with Ty Dillinger. The Revival came up last week. I think we talked about that because that was all on that Superstar or SmackDown stuff or WrestleMania stuff. Yeah, it's just a lot of good stuff happening in the WWE right now. Raw itself was a pretty decent show along with SmackDown. That triple threat for the number one contendership was really, really good. The Revival just coming out. The whole Ty Dillinger thing. I love Shinsuke's, and I can't wait to see Shinsuke and Dolph Ziggler. That's going to be a great match. They're working house shows right now, getting the feel for each other. So if we get it, maybe in a week or two, or even at pay-per-view, that match is going to be great. Dolph Ziggler versus Nakamura is on my list of Shinsuke versus matches that I really want to see in the WWE. What else is there? What else happened on Raw? Kofi Kingston is injured. He's going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks, I believe, to recuperate his ankle. I think he broke his ankle in that whole Revival coming in and beating everybody up. DIY is still down there, and Aleister Black just kills people in NXT. NXT got new music, a new intro, and all that stuff, new belts, so it is a fresh start for NXT. Aleister Black came in, kicked whatever his face's head off, and then we got DIY versus new guy, some Dan Maloney or something like that. He's a big scary guy. He looked very dominant. I want to see where they take that character because he's kind of like plain Jane right now. So if he's supposed to be some type of monster, I want to see if they're going to put some type of gimmick behind him, because right now he's very plain Jane. He's just a destroyer, unless that's what they're going to build him as. It's just a man destroyer, man thing destroyer machine. Put that on a t-shirt. So what else do we have? We have Ruby Riott versus Kimberly. I think that's Kimberly, and they're just the name they're giving her. So we had more interactions between Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross, because she came out and kind of just sat and watched the match a little bit. She was swinging from the ring pole and stuff. Where's my light pole? Yeah, swinging from the ring. Just doing the numbers. Like, yeah, I'm here watching. You can do all that stuff. There was some type of backstage vignette with the Icons, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. They were picking fun of Aaliyah and Liv Morgan. I really thought we were going to see Liv Morgan, Liv Morgan, and the Icons come up to SmackDown, but maybe they're keeping them down there with this upcoming women's tournament, and then after that, they're going to start dispersing the women to different brands and things like that. So I'll be fine with that. Then we had the return of Drew McIntyre against Oney Lorcan. Boy, was that match brutal. Oney got busted over his right eye. It was a good match though. So and then we had the farewell for Shinsuke. Everybody came to the ramp once he got done talking, and even Finn made a little surprise appearance. So it would have been funny if Joe popped up too, like DW does on goddamn Arthur show or whatever. That would have been funny. Just under one arm, goddamn Finn popped up, under the underarm, goddamn Joe popped up like a little cartoon or something, like the New Day shirt or something like that. Anyways, so Raw. Let's backtrack a little bit. Raw. What did we see on Raw other than the Miz versus? We saw the Miz versus Ambrose. Was it Ambrose? I know Dirty Deeds struck again. And Dirty Deeds is the most protected move in the WWE right now. People have kicked out of F5. They've kicked out of jackhammers, pedigrees, styles clashes, Kinshasas, muscle busters, curve stomps, choke slams, tombstones, spears, Superman punches. Nobody kicks out of Dirty Deeds. You get that double underhook, it is over. Go home, go take a shower, and think about your life, because you just lost to Dirty Deeds. Like, that is amazing to me, because I love Dean Ambrose because of Dirty Deeds. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that is how it goes. Like, it's amazing. What else did we see? I think we saw the Revival versus the New Day again. They pinned Xavier after he was trying to do a top rope something, and they hit him with a shatter machine. So bye. And yeah, he actually went bye because they went to SmackDown. Interesting. And that was a lot, because now I remember, didn't Nia Jax beat Charlotte? Charlotte's on SmackDown now. Alexa Bliss debuted along with Mickie James, and Alexa and Nia Jax just seem to have this thing because Nia came out and just destroyed everybody. And that's refreshing for the women's division on Raw, because we don't have to worry about Charlotte and Sasha and Bayley anymore. We don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's just eliminating Charlotte from that equation and putting her on SmackDown and just made everything better. And they left Becky on SmackDown as well. So that's what they should have did in the first place. Put two horsewomen on one brand and two horsewomen on the other. I believe this whole time Bayley should have been on SmackDown, and Bayley should have been on SmackDown and not Raw. That way she could have got more development in, because you had Nikki Bella over there and Alexa. It would have made her more comfortable, like with Alexa, Naomi, people like that over there, and Becky. She would have been more comfortable. We could have got a few more good matches, and then that would have kept Sasha and Bayley and Charlotte separated for a little while, so we can get into what could have been real pay-per-view quality matches if everything wasn't rushed. I hope that makes sense. What else did we see on Raw? We saw Sami Zayn versus... Who did Sami Zayn face? He faced somebody. Was it Jinder? Or... I don't know. It doesn't matter. We saw Sami Zayn. He was talking to Kurt. And Kurt was pretty much, you're going to stay here forever. And now he's on SmackDown. And I think those are all my highlights for Raw, because that's all I can remember. So, SmackDown was a lot shorter, a lot more brief. Kevin Owens came out, and then people just started following in line. Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn and AJ. Then we had number one contenders match. Triple threat announced for later tonight. What else happened? I can't remember what happened in order. I think we got the tag team match after that, and then the Shining Stars debuted, and some packages about some other people debuting. What else happened on this show? I'm really thinking about this from off the head. Let's see. Good news for SmackDown Live. That's not a review, but I'm using ODQ.com if I haven't mentioned. Anyways, we had a little segment with all the women in the ring, and that's when we got Tamina and Charlotte coming back. I really look forward to seeing what Tamina can bring back to the table. I missed her. Tamina just did... I don't know. She was gone for a while. I think she got injured, and then her father passed away and was in all of that crazy stuff. And now she's back. She was with Naomi before she injured. It was her and the Usos and Naomi. So I wonder if they're going to do something like that again, make like a little Samoan faction on SmackDown, which they should have just did on when they had the whole brands together with Roman Reigns and AJ Styles. That's what they should have did, and just bring them all together, and then like maybe add a few more people to the club, like Blake and Murphy. So where are Blake and Murphy? I haven't seen them in individual runs or as a tag team. Where are Blake and Murphy? The last time we saw Murphy was in NXT weekend in Toronto, because that's his hometown. That was the last time we saw him. Come on now. I like those guys. They were my first favorite NXT tag team, actually. Blake and Murphy, yeah. Because it was Blake and Murphy, the Vaudevillains, the Ascension. The Revival was... God, the Revival has been around for a long time down there. I think it was that core four. The Lucha Dragons were still down there. Enzo and Cass were still down. So, yeah, it was... God, yeah. They need to rebuild that tag team division because you got Heavy Machinery, DIY, AOP. That's it. Sanity. But other than that, that's it. But SmackDown overall, we got those debuts. Charlotte is going to be... something that just looks natural about Charlotte on the blue brand. It just looks natural, and then she had that green to contrast that blue with the peacock look. I love the Queen. I love the Queen. What else did we get? Like I said, they had more video packages about who else is coming, like Rusev, and who else is coming over? Sin Cara is coming back to SmackDown, which is why? But whatever. But that was pretty much it. That's all the news. SmackDown did a good rating. They did 3.1 million viewers, so that's really, really good. They've been hovering around that mid 2 mark. So, yeah, that's about it. If you have anything else, what was your favorite part of the Superstar Shakeup? And I don't think it's done. I think we're going to see a few more things happen next week or over the course of the next few days. So be on the lookout for all of that breaking news and stuff. Oh, Aiden English, he's a single star now because the other one, it was Aiden English, and I can't remember his name now. The other vaudevillain, he's gone now. What is his name? Aiden English, and I keep wanting to say Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace. But whatever. Anyways, if I missed anything, what was your favorite part of this week? What was your favorite switch to which brand? Whatever. Do you feel like the trades were even and all that good stuff? Follow me. Everything linked down below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. All linked down there. I'm just off today. I don't know why, but I had to get this video out. I just didn't want to go too long without recording. So, share it out with your friends. Not really. I'm not too proud of this video. But you know what? Share it out anyways. You have to have your goods with the bads. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell. That way you can know whenever a new video goes live on the channel. Liking always shows your support. If you didn't like the video, please leave a dislike. But leave a constructive comment down below on why and where I can improve. And this is about the mic. I can't do nothing about that right now. So... all that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.